Well, welcome back. Today, I really want to talk about patience and taking your time in the music industry. So I want to share just a little bit of a personal story, so to say, of kind of how I got to where I am today with all this gear, the studio that I built. And I think the main thing that kind of got me here is just patience and persistence. I initially had a dream when I was like 15. I wanted to be a DJ. YouTube just came out and I saw Ministry of Sound, Judge Jules video, and he was mixing, and I thought, oh, that's really cool. I want to do that. And it's interesting to look back to see how far I have actually gotten. And a lot of times I beat myself up saying, hey, maybe I should have done this better and I'd be in a higher place up here. But I don't think that is the purpose of the journey when you're in music. I think the purpose is just personal fulfillment. And for me, really taking the time to sit down and understand each synth is really starting to pay off in the long run. Because when I go to make music now, it's more getting the real human touch in electronic music compared to, in a sense, rushing everything. Like when I sit down and really go to write a piece of music that is, in a sense, my own original music, I am now totally okay if there's little mistakes in the keys or I don't quite adjust a little slider quite exactly perfect. Because when you look back through the history of music, some of the best music is all just little human errors. And when you look at now all these AI tools and AI coming out where it's supposed to be, in a sense, perfect, what really is perfect? Because to me, sitting down, being patient, making those mistakes, and enjoying the process is perfect. I tend to listen to a lot of older music, mostly progressive rock and kind of the more unique synthesizer music from, say, the 60s and the 70s. I think this era in music is when artists were really exploring weird sonics and very unique soundscapes, and I try and put that into my own music. And with, let's say, a lot of progressive rock, there is a lot of perfection, but I think their arrangements all came from imperfection. And I think they really had to sit down and be extremely patient in the whole music making process. And I think this is where I continue to pursue my own music creation these days, is it's not rushing to finish a track. It's just waiting for that right moment where I feel like, okay, today is the day where I'm going to sit down and I'm going to nail this part. Or maybe nailing this part leads to nailing the next part on another synth. It just kind of has this nice flow when you're patient and in a very good headspace, so to say. Now, with client work that I do try and operate the same way. Sometimes I do kind of under budget projects, but I think this is okay because taking the time to really perfect your own client's music, whether it be a mix down or a master, I feel just adds to your own whole personal story, your whole personal journey, which is to express your own unique creations. Now, there's a lot of tools these days, obviously with the age of the computer and DAWs and such, to very much expedite the process, automate a lot of things, and, perfect your music through digital tools. But you can't really beat an analog piece of gear. Still to this day, it has a human character. A human built that. A human made errors in the design. And this is why I think analog still holds the benefit over digital. Not to say that digital is not bad. There are some digital tools that I wouldn't be where I am today without them, like the DAW, or certain individual plugins where I can't quite afford the analog piece of gear. I go to those just so I can get somewhat of that sonic character that I'm looking for. But because we do have computers, doesn't mean that you gotta speed up the process or make everything sound perfect. I really just want to push the imperfections in music. And I think if all of you sit down and really start taking your time, making those mistakes, and just learning the process, I think your music will end up becoming a lot better in the long run. So with all that said, I would love to hear your own little personal journeys into how you like to create music, where music has gone you, how long you've been in this process. Like, I think it's important as a community we all share our little qualms or our little successes because we all bring each other up together. So let me know down in the comments your own little personal successes or failures, because failures are sometimes a very good thing because you learn from them. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, leave a like on the video if you like this, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.